What's been probably your most challenging part of your filmmaking career?
The support, and I mean support as in a lot of people gave up on me. A lot of people really didn't believe that I can do this, even myself included. I didn't believe I can do this. So it's all about support in yourself. I was looking for outside support for people to come in, like, hey, I want you to do this. I can't look for that. If I have a vision, if I have a dream, I have to go for it. I can't worry about who's going to be there because when it blow up, the support is always going to be there at the top. You can't worry about who's there at the bottom. You just got to keep going.
How did you feel at first? Because I'm sure at first you was thinking and hoping that you would get a lot of support, and not getting that support at first. How did that like make you feel? Was it like a
Um,
letdown?
it was disappointing because I'm to where as though I support people wholeheartedly, and it's like not even sometimes. I really don't look for people to return the favor. Like I will go to an event and don't expect you to be at my event. Like this is just me. I would give people money and don't expect for money back. Like it just it's kind of a letdown, But I got to learn that it's going to be letdowns in this business. So just keep going, man. That's the number one thing. Praise God, pray, and keep going.
What's like the I guess what's like kind of like the financial process like as far as like putting a movie together? Because obviously you gotta have some money behind films
Yeah,
that you make.
definitely. So with movies, you have to have faith. That's like the number one thing. You got to have people and actors like that believe in you. As far as equipment, yes, equipment costs. Everybody knows that. And just like you got to be able to make sacrifices to get what you want.
What kind of sacrifices did you have to make as far as like making films?
I had to sacrifice less time at home. I had to sacrifice being in uncomfortable predicaments because of my movie. I had to sacrifice literally just everything for it to be what it is today.
Do you feel like those sacrifices was worth it?
Of course, definitely. And if the shoe was on the other foot, I would do everything all over again because like life is not all about how you make other people feel. It's all about how you feel, and I'm learning that now.
So with the release of Samhain, talk about the reception that it got. Whether it be positive and or negative. Like, what was the reception like?
Oh man, people loved it. Like people actually loved the movie, and it was like shocking, like to hear some of the people like say the things that they were saying. Like, oh hey man, like it's really different. Your quality was good. The actors were great, and really, I think except for two maybe actors, my whole cast was just their first time acting, and a lot of people did not know it.
How proud of you were you of the actors? That they was that good that people didn't even notice that it was their
I'm
first time.
very proud of my cast. Those guys and girls came, conquered, and delivered. So I'm so proud of my cast. And it was actually kind of sad our last day of shooting because it was just like, we all got to part ways. But I wish every last one of them the best on their journey, and I know they're going to kill it. Literally every last one of them. I'm so proud of my cast.
So obviously you said it was a very well received film. Kind of on the flip side, how do you like handle like criticism or whether it be like negative feedback from like films or any projects that you put out?
Of course, being from Southeast, I had a lot of people, oh, he's making a vampire movie. And it was just like, so being from a kid from DC, it's just like it's always controversy. But it's just like people talk about me every day, man. It's just I live with it. I go through it. It's literally nothing to me.
What keeps you motivated like throughout the ups and downs or because the challenges of filmmaking?
Keeps me motivated is knowing I came from nothing, so I really can't lose nothing. I have nothing to lose. It's either all or nothing for me.
So kind of like touching on the collaboration process. Obviously are good friends with like Ant Glizzy. Like, so how did you meet him and like how did y'all relationship come about?
Me and Ant Glizzy, we mutual friends. His little brother used to be around my way, and it's just like, man, when I was growing up, like Ant Glizzy was my favorite rapper. Like all the little Glizzy gang shit was going on. It was like Ant Glizzy was like my favorite rapper out of all of them. So I used to listen to Ant, but I had went in when Ant was blowing up. So I came home about 2015, and it was just like I seen Ant. That's crazy because like I seen Ant in the club. I'm like, what's up, man? All that we just rapping, but I know his little brother, so it's just like it's cool. Then it's just like we just get the networking and just I think I did a feature with him. paid my money. Like I paid for a feature. It was like 2015 when I first came home. I did 30 months, paid for a feature. And it was like the vibe in the studio. It was like it was all love for real because it was just like we was already mutual, and it was just like yeah, everything we just did. We just been cool ever since.
What is those collaborations like? You know, working with him.
Working with him, it's always unpredictable with Ant, man. Just it's Ant being Ant, but it's always unpredictable. But working with him is definitely like one of those days where it's though you're gonna get stuff done and y'all gonna make a banger. So
Can you talk like a little bit about your involvement in Money Hungry
yeah,
with Goofies?
yeah, with Goofy. So we had did the short film. Goofy's, shout out to Goofy's for making the film. Him and Lene for having me for that project. That was a dope project. Before my movie, that was actually my first on-screen behind the camera like acting role. So it was just like I was glad to co-star in that. We had 3 Black. We had a lot of people in there. So that project was definitely probably one of the best I did.
And obviously, you know, that came out, you know, you had Samhain too. Do you feel like you starting to get a lot of, you know, motion and traction now, like with you just whether it be films that you created or just your on screen appearances?
Yes, because ever since those 2 films, I have been getting a lot of feedback and just like a lot of acting calls. Like talent agencies hit me up, so just like that's the birth of filmmaking for me
Who do you feel like has been your biggest supporter throughout your entire career?
throughout my entire
Or
career.
if it's not just one, like who in general?
I would say God, man. Like, it's no offense to anybody else that's out there that's been supporting me, but God is the only person that really picked me up when I was down, really walked through every situation I ever been in. Like, people flip, they flop. So it's just like, I love every last one of them that did. I don't wish nothing bad. I still love people who don't love me. So, with that being said, God has been my biggest supporter because I never had nobody. Like, I never had nothing or no one to lean on. I always had to lean on God. So it's just like, I thank him for not giving up on me because without him, none of this would be possible.